The Connection Show, inspiring hope, health, and healing, moving from victim to victory and connecting in joy in 2022. Welcome. This is Jill Reynolds, and joining me today is a good friend of mine, Kat Sharp. Welcome, Kat.
Hey, I'm so glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Well, I love connecting with you anytime. And Kat was one of our guest speakers at the Hope, Health, and Healing Conference in Branson, Missouri, back in August. And the attendees could not stop talking about Kat Sharp and what she shared. So I've decided to bring her on and partner with her and do an event that we have coming up in Branson, Missouri to love ourselves this February, because February is the month of love, isn't it, Kat?
It is. It is.
So, what better than to have self love in February? So, we're doing an event called the Christian Women's Retreat Connecting in Joy, February 24th to the 27th in Branson, where you can just connect with each other at a big female pajama party.
That's right.
So we'd like to drop in and just talk to you about a topic today that we think is prevalent in the world, and that's the topic of when we get stuck in our heads on the term "not good enough." So, Kat, take off on what you know about that and what you've seen, because you're a transformational coach.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I personally battle with that thought as well and have for years, but every single woman that I have worked with, that has been an underlying foundation of many of the things that she struggles with, whether it be her food choices or exercise or whatever it is. We so often fight that idea that we're not good enough. We're not good enough as women. We're not good enough mothers or wives, or we're not good enough Christians. We're not good enough friends. And that idea of comparing ourselves to one another is so prevalent right now with social media. And that's one of the reasons I love what you do here on the Connection Show, is that we get to connect and we get to remind ourselves and each other that we are not alone, and the things that we're facing are not just us. You know, so many times we think, I'm not good enough, there's something wrong with me. But Jill, you and I, we sit down and we get talking and we realize that you and I battle the same things, that we both realize we're a hot mess. And I really, really got to load the dishwasher and all these things that, anyway, so it's going to be really, really good to connect not only around this idea and this lie that we tell ourselves in our minds, but so many other things that we're going to be able to help each other through retreat together.
Well, and thanks for opening with that, Kat, because I think too what hits me is working about business. Let's network so we can tell each other what we do. And so you're on a Zoom and everyone's going around a circle saying, well, I'm a transformational coach. Well, I'm an event planner. And this is my website. And this is how you reach out to me. And how can we help each other? Blah, blah, blah. And, that is great for a certain amount of time. After a while, I just burn out in them because I'm like, okay, are you really gonna help me, or are you just like you just want to promote your business for the next 10 minutes? And so there's only so many of those I can handle.
Sure.
And so when I invite people to the connection circle, that's the go-to. It's like, hi, can you share who you are? And can you can you say your name and tell us a little bit about you? Oh, well, I'm Kat Sharp, and I do transformation. No, 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 no. Could you tell us your name and tell us a little bit about you? You know,
Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color?
yeah, yeah, like, are you German, Greek, Irish? Um, what's your favorite food? Do you have any hobbies? But it's always we go right into what we do for a living.
Yeah.
And sometimes that can be very discriminatory for somebody who's maybe unemployed at the time or retired or disabled, and they feel like, here you go, I'm not good enough to say who I am because I'm not that important. I don't have the best job, And so how do I identify? And so I like sometimes I just sit back and go, no, 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 no. This is the connection circle.
Right.
Like, can we connect on a whole different level of just who are you? What's your heartbeat? What pains do you go through? And so I like connecting as real people, not as what you do to make a living. I just do. That's just my heartbeat. So what
Absolutely.
do you feel about that?
Well, I think you just hit a nail on the head because so often human beings, we like to claim our identity as what we do or what we have done. And that can be good and bad because I have done some stupid crap in my life. Jill, I know you have done some stupid crap in your life. And so if my identity is only wrapped up in what I've done, I don't have a whole lot of hope. And
Yeah, or
so
yeah,
whenever,
and or if your financial um management has been poor in the past, and or if it's even good, but you're still financially I don't want to say impoverished, but not having not being in the social economic class that the world thinks you're supposed to be in, to be able to be on a Zoom and be in a group and connect. And so if you're not
yes.
at that level and you're not good enough, then should you not join the connection circle and connect with others? Or is there something you don't even have that you can share? So what if none of us knew what we did or what we earned or how much money or what kind of house we lived in, and you just came together in community and felt good enough?
Oh, that's wonderful. That's showing love to one another. I think it's one of our fundamental needs as human beings. And honestly, it's one of our commandments as Christians is to show love to each other. I mean, Jesus said that his disciples will be known by their love. So I just absolutely love this community that you've built.
Yeah. And so we want to go a little bit further, and we just wanted to hop on for a real short interview today, or not interview but podcast. And just to say, hey, today is, and I usually never say this on my podcast because then it dates the podcast, but today happens to be Tuesday. It is Tuesday, right? Not Monday, it's Tuesday.
Yes, it's
And
Tuesday.
it's February 1st, so we're starting the month of love, February 1st. And we want to do a Zoom connection circle this evening. So right now it's 10 minutes to 5 Central Standard Time. So we're going to come back on at 7:30 tonight Central Standard Time and go till 9 o'clock if need be. And we are going to, me and Kat, walk you through some things we have done to be able to set ourselves free when we're stuck. Because it's, when I say set free, that doesn't mean you're set free and it never happens again. So I want to clarify, setting free from a burden doesn't mean you'll never have that burden again, but we'll give you steps on how to set yourself free when the burden of not good enough comes in and tries to manage your life, and show you how you can unblend from that burden, give it a break, and be able to be in your authentic self. So we'll give you some really good steps on how to help yourselves to walk through that path and inspire you and give you more hope, health, and healing.
Absolutely. Just making sure that I'm still connected because you froze a little bit.
Okay. Okay. You are
Absolutely.
you are connected, and I am having my internet people come out again this week because what I did is when we moved into our home, we
Mhm.
put our router in our basement, so it's got to go through 3 levels to get up to my computer, and I think that's what keeps doing this on Zoom. And it doesn't happen anytime except when I'm on Zoom. So I'm going to have them come out and reroute my router up next to my computer, and hope not be and hope I won't freeze up anymore. So we will see. We will see if they will do a good enough job.
Yeah.
so so anyway,
Yeah.
to join us for this event this evening, this connection circle, I happen to have a Facebook page called Connection Circles. And then for those of you who know Kat Sharp, what is your Facebook group called that they could find the link in?
Um,
Which group would you have it in?
they would have to actually request to join, and I have another meeting after this. So I will actually put it on my Facebook page. So you can search for Cat Sharp Coaching. You'll find it. I will post it on my Facebook page. So you don't have to wait for me to approve you into a group. You can
Come in.
get to it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you can go to Connection Circles to get the Zoom. You could also go, okay, to my website. This makes it really easy. It's called, my website is braveheartworkshops.com. And on the top, there's a tab that says Connection Circles. You connection and then Connection Circles. In that, I will have the link tonight for the Zoom. So come on from 7:30 until 9, and we'll see you. And then here is our flyer as well, with the website on it and information about this Christian retreat that both Kat and I are doing. So thanks so much for joining, everyone. We're going to hop off because we'll see you just in like 2.5 hours, and connect and let go of some of that not good enough burden for transformation in your lives. So thanks again. Have a wonderful night and see you shortly.